My Magician School Summer Edition. I just wanted to announce you that My Magician School Summer Edition is wrapping up with one amazing live stream event on Sunday, the 4th of October 2015 at 4 p.m. in Romania, 9 p.m. in East Asian time, 8 a.m. in US Central Time, and 11 p.m. in Australian Eastern Standard Time. The subject will be a little different this time. We will be talking about storytelling as a form of entertainment, especially horror storytelling, with a special guest, Andrew Cooper, manager and producer of Sweet Nightmares. Besides this, we will also narrate 3 original creepypasta stories that will give you shivers. This event will be streamed on YouTube and will be audio only, basically like a live podcast full of valuable information. So don't forget to be there on Sunday, the 4th of October 2015, so you won't miss this last epic event of My Magician School Summer Edition. Hello everyone and welcome back to My Magician School. And we are live and I'm here with my great friend Andrew Cooper.
Hi guys.
Hi Andrew, how are you? Fine, huh?
Good,
excited,
yeah.
excited.
Excited for this one.
Excited, very excited. I'm excited too. And it's great to finally start this live stream and finally do it. We've been rehearsing so much to get this one going. I hope we're actually having viewers because we're not seeing the actual view count
we're
around
having
here.
some technical difficulties with this
not
one.
Technical difficulties, I don't know when that has to pop up. But
we'll see.
We'll see. But we are live, and Andrew Cooper is the manager and producer of Sweet Nightmares.
Yeah.
What is Sweet Nightmares?
Sweet Nightmares is a small YouTube channel that focuses on creepypastas and narrating original and non-original creepypastas. I'm being helped by Luca with all the technical stuff.
Exactly.
And
the great team of two people. Yeah.
It's like a two-man army.
Exactly. And
anyway, so in this live stream, we'll talk about horror storytelling, especially creepypastas, as a form of entertainment.
Yes, so how we're gonna first off explain basically how to write creepypastas, what are they, and why are they maybe better than other stories.
What makes them special?
Exactly, what makes them special. And then at the end, so towards the end, that's what we're gonna basically finish our storytelling as a form of entertainment subject. Why is this entertaining? Because it's gonna sound very weird explaining all these things to you, and in the end we're gonna talk about why is this entertaining.
You might get a little confused.
Exactly. I mean, this even we cannot exactly explain it, but you're gonna see. So okay,
let's say what the
creepypasta is. But we're also going to narrate 3 creepypastas. The masterpiece Silence, and Silence
and
2.
It's a sequel.
Yes, it's a sequel to Silence. So Andrew and I wrote Silence. It's our first written creepypasta, so that's why we've also thought to make a sequel. And he's gonna narrate that one, and I'm gonna narrate the other 2. Yeah. Just because.
He has a deeper voice and it's more suited for narrating. Anyway, in between we're going to answer your questions.
So you can ask questions in the chat. If you haven't joined yet any live stream, any YouTube live stream, you've got to know that there is a 30-second delay. So if you ask a question, we will see it
in
real time and we'll answer it, but you're gonna find that you're gonna hear our answer with a 30-second delay, so 30 seconds from when you ask the question, because that's what the YouTube live stream story is all about, actually. So
after one more thing, the live stream story will be the last thing you'll hear from us.
Exactly.
After we finish the story, we will
finish the live stream. So last sentence, last word of the story, click the stop broadcast button. Why? Because that helps the effect of that story, and we're gonna talk right now about effects. You're gonna.
We won't spoil it.
Yeah, we won't spoil anything. Just so you can know also the links to the stories edited, the actual edited version of the stories and narrated with sound effects and music is in the description of the live stream for Silence and Silence 2, not for the YouTube live stream because we do not want you to watch it right now and spoil all the fun. So, oh my god.
We just noticed.
We just noticed how many people are watching. Thank you guys for showing up. 7 people watching right now. Okay, that's a surprise.
That's a good start.
That's a great start. Okay.
So let's get on to it. First, what
are creepypastas?
Yeah. So, creepypasta is a special kind of horror story. It, it differentiates itself from a horror story by its effect time. While a horror story might scare you in the moment, a creepypasta is going to have a long-term effect. And the more you will think about it, the more scared you'll get, and the more effective it is.
So creepypastas are having effects, not one effect. Actually, more effects. A long-term effect is one of the effects. There are many other effects, but we're going to talk about them when about writing creepypastas. That's when we're going to talk about them. So basically, listening to a horror story, there's a jump scare. In creepypastas, there are jump scares too, but they are not meant. That's not the actual key of the creepypasta. There's not what has to make you actually. There's
terrified.
Terrified. That's not the actual thing that has to scare you in a creepypasta. Mostly the main thing that's going to scare you is the flow of the story, the end, because depending on the effect, it's going to let you think.
And another thing about creepypastas, in horror movies and stories, they tell you exactly what the monster is, or how the serial killer looks, or something like that. But most creepypastas, now there are some exceptions, of course, but most of them will let your imagination do the work. So your subconscious will just pick the most terrifying thing.
Exactly. That's
in there.
In your mind.
In your mind.
Yeah.
And what can I say? It's definitely more frightening to a lot more people than a horror story.
Being scared. So, I mean, if you haven't yet listened to a creepypasta, you definitely should, because and you're going to listen to some creepypastas right now that we're going to narrate. But there are many other creepypastas, and creepypastas, unlike horror stories are usually split up into parts. You cannot split up a creepypasta.
It takes away the effect.
It takes away the effect. I mean, you can if it's completely necessary, maybe for YouTube. I don't know, but that's we're talking there about business. You have part 1 and part 2. Each one is getting an exact amount of views. So basically doubles, but that's not it. You cannot split up a creepypasta in more parts. I mean, Silence and Silence 2, it's not actually split up. We never thought we'd do a Silence 2, but it's like a sequel. It's an extra to the first Silence, which doesn't cancel the effect of the first story. You're gonna see why after we narrate both. It actually adds another effect. It's actually something, a little catch, a little thing that you need to understand and realize for the moment. You gotta be careful, and you gotta listen to absolutely every detail in Silence 2, but you're going to see what we're talking about. So
Silence 2 is like a continuation. It's like a different story tied up to Silence 1.
Exactly, that's the best definition of
Silence. And as Luca was saying, you really need to pay attention to the details, because that makes all the difference in Silence 2.
So we're giving you a few hints. We're not spoiling anything. We're giving you a few hints just so you can actually understand better, because it may be the first time you encounter creepypastas. You need to listen carefully to everything. So if you, by the way, if you don't understand something in a creepypasta, if something wasn't clear, ask us, and we will answer right after we finish up. Yeah, exactly. And with a 30-second delay.
Of course, of
Yes.
course.
So that's about it. Again, creepypastas, what are they? Well, we pretty much said what
The
creepypastas
definition.
are. Um, what makes them maybe better? That's what I was saying. That you cannot split a creepypasta, but you could split if you're basically doing an audiobook. You could split that into more parts, like reading Dracula.
Oh,
You know, you've got to split it in more parts.
oh yeah.
For a creepypasta, no, you'd find online, you'd find a 5-hour creepypasta because there are so long creepypastas, and I've seen people who do that long. We haven't done actual creepypastas yet longer than, I don't know, 6 minutes maximum.
Yeah, 6 minutes is the top.
But we're gonna
Right.
also talk. Actually, I was thinking today before the live stream about how would our recording process of creepypastas, because that would be something interesting. Do we record in parts? Do we record more takes of the full
Oh
story?
yeah, that would
So
be interesting too.
you're gonna see that at the moment. Okay, so well, that's all good. I think we should start
Yeah.
with the first thing on our list.
Which
Introducing Andrew. No, which actually the first
is
creepypasta is
narrating silence.
yes, narration of silence. So Andrew's gonna narrate silence. How do you want to do it? Want to take those off? Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right.
Nice, nice. Okay.
So originally Luca narrated this one because I told you he has a deeper voice and it's more dramatic and stuff.
Fascinating.
But I'll do my best and I'll
And-
leave it to him to read the next two creepypastas. All right, that's the Moonlight Sonata, everybody.
Okay.
Our trademark. So let's get onto it. Silence. Last night, I watched a horror movie. I had trouble sleeping, so I just stood in my bed and waited. After a few hours, I managed to fall asleep, but only to wake up again, frozen in fear because of a horrible nightmare. At first, I couldn't think about anything but the nightmare. But when my thoughts cleared, I realized something was touching my shoulder. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. My body wasn't listening to me. And all I could do was close my eyes tightly and wait. I was too afraid to open my eyes at the thought of seeing anything my mind could conjure. As the shock passes, I realize that the thing on my shoulder was a hand. At first, it was not silence. Then I heard a noise. It was some kind of fast, cold breathing. It sent a chill through my bones, and I started to sweat like crazy. I couldn't believe this was happening to me. I thought that this could only happen in horror movies. The thing knew I was awake. I could feel the hand pressing down on my shoulder. Its cold breathing intensified, turning faster and faster. It became a growling. It was louder and louder. Then it became a scream. I opened my eyes.
And that's supposed to be silence. Okay, guys, that was silence. That was our first written story. So I hope you enjoyed it. If something wasn't 100% clear,
Just
never
ask
just
us.
ask us. And
Whatever questions you have, just ask us in
it's
the
just
chat.
nice. What great jump scare I tried to make there.
Oh yeah, because operating the mixer.
Exactly. Yeah, I always like to do, that potato with a mixer.
And
No, but
Luca
really.
is the next Skrillex. Just so you know.
Exactly. Exactly. So
If you don't have any questions, we'll be talking about what makes a creepypasta special.
and scary, exactly. And basically we're gonna talk about this on the subject writing creepypastas, right?
Yeah,
So
and narrating them.
yes,
You know,
exactly.
all the process.
Yeah, the whole process, the whole narrating process.
So let's talk about some of the effects of a creepypasta.
Yeah, that's the first thing we need to talk about, actually, the effects that creepypastas have, because that's actually the main thing that makes them special, you know.
Yeah,
So, well, the long-term effect, you see, uh, this is in silence. It's a long-term effect combined with the lets you think effect, the
uh,
effect that lets you think what was the creature, what was the thing that was causing the
yeah,
noise.
because if you're more afraid of a serial killer with a knife or something
Exactly.
than I don't know, a voodoo zombie,
Will not
then
scare you.
you're gonna imagine a serial killer with a big knife.
Yeah.
And if you don't specify the monster, it makes everything just so much scarier for the listener because
Exactly.
just lets them think and lets their subconscious create the most terrifying thing.
Yeah, the most terrifying picture of
Yeah,
the
so you'll have
thing
an
they.
accurate picture, even if we didn't have, because this can affect much more people than a horror movie with a serial killer
Yes,
could.
or a horror story where it's exactly describing something.
Yeah,
And maybe you are not afraid of that serial killer that they're describing. Maybe, I don't know, you are actually afraid of spiders and, I don't know, a gigantic spider. Who
anything
knows?
like that.
Yes.
But the main thing in a creepypasta is not giving any specifics. All right, so most
Yeah.
of the action should take place in a generic room, let's say in a generic bedroom in our case,
Yeah.
everybody has a bedroom, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But this is where you can see the difference between a horror story and a creepypasta. In a horror story, the action, let's say, takes place in a haunted mansion.
In a haunted mansion, in an
Well,
old castle
yeah,
thing.
when are you going to get in a haunted mansion? Like, seriously now. When is an old guy going to approach you and ask you if you want to spend the night in a haunted mansion?
Exactly.
But in a creepypasta, you give the coordinates for a place where you feel vulnerable. You are supposed to feel safe, but the creepypasta makes you feel vulnerable.
Because you listen to the creepypasta at any time of the day, and then you're basically,
You might forget it
you might forget it for the day, yes, and think, yeah, nothing scary. But then you go to bed and you start thinking about things that happened
during
on
the
the day,
day,
during the day, and you remember about the creepypasta. And the creepypasta was like silence, somebody lying in bed not being able to fall asleep or something,
or just
and
waking up.
they
And
hear a noise and they start feeling like a cold breath
yeah,
or a
then
warm
you'll
breath, and then you start being afraid, and you may also start hearing, on how much
noises.
afraid you are, noises that actually aren't even there or that sound different to you just because you're so afraid.
Yeah, because your mind transforms things to keep you away from the danger.
Exactly. So
It
it's like,
all runs back to the prehistoric era, like when, let's say, a caveman heard a crack in the night and woke up and just, was like, nothing dangerous could be out there,
yeah.
and just went back to sleep. Well, guess what? A saber-toothed tiger just killed his fucking family.
Fascinatingly great, but
So,
what if he would have done something? He would
yeah,
have realized
he
that.
would have realized that and he would have managed to take his family to safety or find something with which he could avoid the terrible fate.
Such terrible. Yes, but um, again, what if
So, the brain is programmed to not let you fall asleep
exactly
when you
to
think there is a danger nearby.
nearby? Exactly.
So this is exactly the mechanism that the creepypastas use and abuse.
Just like a very popular game says, you may not sleep now. There are monsters nearby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but again, you think that uh, you think about a story, and you're lying in bed and trying to forget about it. But the more you think about it, the more terrified you'll be, because you start hearing noises, you start
Imagining
imagining
things.
things. And that's why creepypastas have such a big effect. Of course, you might think again about a horror story or a horror movie, but it won't last so long. Why? Because, and actually, I'm gonna let you say why.
All right, because horror stories use short-term scaring effects like jump scares, gore,
Yeah, exactly.
like Saw. Think about Saw.
Blood all over the screen.
Yeah, are you going to be terrified that the psychotical killer is going to grab you from your bed and take you and make you play one of his seriously messed up games? Maybe. If you live in a really, really dangerous neighborhood.
Exactly.
But if you're just normal, you won't be affected by it. You know, you'll be grossed out by all the blood and the guts and everything.
Yes, but not
terrified. Terrified is a key word.
exactly to creepypastas. It's like literally you're uh thinking, and you're hearing all those noises in the house which you normally hear, and every house has different noises. Every car passes by the house outside
It makes a
on the
different
street.
noise.
It makes a different noise, and that happens every night. Not every night that serial killer comes and grabs you. A psychopathic comes and grabs you out of bed.
Makes you play one of
Makes you
those messed up games,
Yes.
you know?
Yes,
But now that
because
you...
usually out of one of those messed up games, you're not gonna be alive anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't think there'll be a second night.
Or you'll be sleeping in the hospital.
Yeah,
Oh.
great.
Mechanical limbs and all, Skywalker style.
Exactly. But no, really, I'm just checking the health and some things here on the live stream. Not bad, not bad.
Well,
okay.
it's alright.
There were a
So,
few playbacks, but that's all okay. Okay.
Let's see if we've got any comments.
Any other
No.
comments? No, okay.
No questions.
No questions though. We're waiting for questions. Please ask questions because we need to fill up 45 minutes to an hour. So please ask questions. I mean, we began a little
Seriously,
late.
guys.
We began a little late, I think, you know. So go ahead and ask questions. Okay.
So
Moving on.
we could start narrating Silence too.
I
if you're
think
ready.
though it's a little early. Let's speak about the other effects of creepypastas.
Alright.
What other effects are they? So the long-term effect, we just talked about it. The let you think effect, which
Accentuation effect.
is the accentuation.
The more you think about a creepypasta, the more, how can I say, suspicious noises you'll hear.
So it's basically somehow linked to the
Yeah.
long-term effect.
And if you're a creepypasta veteran that listens to, I don't know, 20 or more creepypastas every day,
Yeah.
well, you'll start getting afraid. You'll start being afraid of thinking too much about a creepypasta,
Yeah,
because you
exactly.
notice that the more you think about it, the more suspicious cracks you hear in the hallway.
But you're gonna keep thinking about it.
Yeah, and that's the catch. Everything revolves around it. You know, in the Slenderman creepypasta,
Oh yeah.
they say the more you think about it, the closer it gets to you.
Yes, too. Yeah.
So you're like, oh God, I shouldn't think about him. Like if you're a small scared child, like I was when I first listened to it.
Yeah. Or play the game, and you're like literally, okay, no. Don't think about him. Don't think about him.
Yeah.
But you're thinking about him.
Yeah, exactly. And creepypasta is pretty much a messed up mind game,
Exactly.
because the next day, let's say you hear a creepypasta, you fall asleep very, very hard, and the next day, guess what? You'll want to hear another one. Why? I don't know. Ask a doctor. But you'll want to hear another one. You'll be like, oh, well, that wasn't really that scary. I could probably hear another one. And that's the cycle.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, I'll hear another one. Bam. That night. Oh, jeez. Why? Why did I just listen to? Okay, okay. You are afraid. Nothing. Another night. Another night with no sleep. Next time. Okay, I'm gonna sleep then. I'm gonna listen one that won't scare me so much. And that's the other thing about creepypastas. You think that it's not gonna scare you, but uh, immediately it won't. And maybe not the big thing about the big story about a creepypasta scares you, the
But
big catch,
details.
but the small details. I don't know. I heard that the footstep out, and actually, maybe you're a child or a teenager, and you know that your parents come late at home from work, and you hear the footsteps,
Oh,
in the hallway.
you're going. Well, how can I say? They're going to scare the butt off of you.
Exactly.
For real.
So,
Like, if you have a basement and you hear one about the basement, well,
oh yeah, oh yeah.
what
It's-
happens if your cat starts scratching the door, or just, because cats like to sharpen their claws everywhere, especially on nice stuff. Uh,
I
and
don't think you have a cat.
well,
Not
never know. Anyway, so
Yeah, some some
small details that correlate to your life, to your house. These are the things that scare you, not maybe even the twist, but it's guaranteed that you'll find some detail to scare you in particular. You and you only.
so only not you and you only, but other people as well who are listening the creepypasta. Maybe all those people will are going to scare something, but definitely in one creepypasta there's got to be something that makes you scary. If there isn't, that actually scares you, that's gonna affect you. If there isn't, that means that creepypasta might not suit you at all. But that's very very rare. Or I mean, of course, there are creepypastas that will not suit you maybe at all, because it's, let's say we're having a first person written creepypasta and he says that I was hearing him getting closer, talking about a serial killer. I don't think that you are going to meet a serial killer, hopefully,
Yeah,
too soon, but
well, everything depends on the circumstances. That's the key word: circumstances and details. And another thing that you want to consider when writing a creepypasta is putting yourself in the mind of
of
the
your
unfortunate victim.
yeah, exactly.
Or, sometimes it works just fine if you put yourself in the mind of the serial killer.
Serial killer, exactly, because there are many short but very shivery written creepypastas that are written from the point of view of the monster or of the killer. So
Oh, yeah.
I was getting closer and closer, or you they it's this it describes the point of view of the monster. Let's take the monster for example.
But you don't know it's the monster.
But you don't know. Yeah, it's describing like it would be a normal person. Oh, I heard the noise. I go into
The bait.
yeah, into his bedroom. You might think it's a dad or a mom
Yeah,
wanting to
you know-
wishing to check for her son or daughter.
We could tell some short creepypastas right now.
Oh yeah, we have actually a few here on the Reddit. Let's see. We're gonna give as well, let's say two, because I narrate one and you can narrate another
Yeah,
one.
but I've got one on my mind, and I
Which one?
know it's by the book.
Oh.
I don't like need any
Okay,
script
then,
or
okay,
something.
then, so you could begin with that. You could begin with it.
All right, just let me some, give me some time to think. You can talk
Okay,
or something.
okay. So, uh, what we were thinking, what we were saying, we're gonna narrate two short, very short creepypastas. Actually, I am not gonna narrate this one because it has the same type of idea that Silence 2 has. So I'm gonna narrate three. Yeah, I'm gonna narrate.
Yeah, we're browsing Reddit right
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna narrate this one. It's called Good Night. It's got 5 sentences only. Yeah, or
That's
six. I
nice.
don't know, but
So,
Andrew, you made your mind. You know what you
yeah,
want.
yeah,
Okay. So
I picked
you could
my
go ahead
one.
and narrate yours. Music or without?
Just background,
Yeah,
small volume.
background.
All right. So, short and shivery, as they say. Um, One day I heard my mom yelling from the kitchen, "Honey, dinner's ready." I came down the stairs as fast as I could because I was hungry, but soon a hand grabbed my shoulder and pulled me back. It was my mom. She could only say one sentence: "Don't go." I heard it too.
Nice one. Yeah, that's just such an amazing one. And I would like now to narrate Good Night.
Oh, yeah, it's special.
Well, there are many Good Night. I think there are many creepypastas titled Good Night, but
All right. So
okay.
we might just say who
This
wrote
is
it,
this is
so.
Good Night by Corner of Your Eye. Corner of Your Eye. Okay, it's very small written there. Okay, so you lie on your side, facing away from the door. You hear it open ever so slightly. Good night, sweetie. Good night, you instinctively reply. Then you remember you live alone.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's a very very nice one. So okay, great, that's great. We also thought about narrating two short creepypastas. Um, so writing creepypastas, what did we say? You need to put yourself in the mind of your victim. You need to think what effect you want to have, and one big thing, you must think a creepypasta. Okay, you must know the beginning, and you must know the end.
That's
Then
all
around that you can build your story and what happens.
So not really the beginning, but the circumstances, like
yes, what
where.
because the effect it happens at the end of your creepypasta. So first you need to choose what effect you want that
Yeah,
creepypasta to have,
you
or what
choose
effects it can have more. The more I think
the
the more
better,
frightened, yeah, the better, the more entertaining
and the more
it's gonna
chances
be.
of scaring you it has.
Yes. Again, this is weird, but we're gonna talk about it. How can something be entertaining if it scares you? But we're gonna talk about that.
So I think
Oh
that
yeah, listen to this one.
the most important thing when deciding to write a creepypasta, the most important things are the circumstances and the end, because I don't think that the beginning is so important as where it happens, where the action takes place. So you could pick a spot where people feel vulnerable, like in bed, or let's say, this might sound silly, but when you shampoo your head and you have to keep your eyes closed,
Yeah.
you know, or anything like that, anything of that nature, where you can no longer state that you're aware of your surroundings and you know exactly what's going on. You've got to take the victim out of its
Comfort zone.
comfort zone,
And
exactly.
out of its
Cocoon
area.
of safety.
Yes, and out of its area of realization. You should. I mean, He's
Or
got to be far away, not in that spot. He's got simply he doesn't have to be paying attention to what's happening. So he won't have. He might have time, but he might not be in the right place to react
yeah,
or to be able to act on that thing that's happening. Upon the thing that's happening. So that's another thing.
or you might try to take him out of the comfort zone. So like
Like in
when talking
silence,
about,
yeah.
yeah, when
As the shock passes, I realized that the thing on my shoulder was a hand. At first, it was not silence. Then I heard the noise. It was some kind of fast, cold breathing. It sent a chill through my bones.
something like that.
I started to sweat like crazy. I couldn't believe this was happening.
So like a thing that happens in a place that you think is safe, where you could close your eyes and know that you're safe, where you think you're safe. So like again, when you close your eyes anytime, you mostly close your eyes when you think you're safe and in a place that makes you feel safe. So if you're talking about the bedroom, the guy won't close his eyes that night if it's a really good
Creepypasta,
creepypasta.
yeah.
But that's the main thing about. Well, not the main. There are lots of effects
Lots of
and
things, yeah, yeah.
effects. Yeah.
Okay, let's narrate silence too, because I'm actually realized that we've moved on. The time ran so quickly, so we're gonna narrate silence too. I'm gonna narrate this one. Actually, I have it over here, but I actually prefer to read it off of the screen, just because it's actually a little easier for me. Oh, this one, yeah, this one has the effects and the music also written on it when it begins, when it ends. Okay, I hope I won't read what's in between. Okay, okay, so let's
So
give this
starting
one.
ring high pitch start.
Exactly. Okay, so Silence 2 from the writers of Silence, written and produced by Sweet Nightmares. The thing knew I was awake. I could feel the hand pressing down on my shoulder. Its cold breathing intensified, turning faster and faster. It became a growling. It was louder and louder. Then it became a scream. I opened my eyes. After my eyes adjusted to the darkness for half a second, I could see the blank white wall at the foot of my bed. I was facing away from the rest of the room and was afraid to turn sideways, terrified of seeing all the things that I fear standing beside me. I take a deep breath and slowly turn to my right. Nothing. Phew. I sighed with relief. No one. Oh, nothing. Just a dusty shelf, my desk, on it standing my old boring laptop, the door, and the closed window with its ghostly curtains. Nothing. Just me and the silence. But what if this wasn't just a dream? What if there really is a creature waiting to strike? I look out the window and see there's a full moon shining its light through the crystal clear glass pane. I put on my slippers, turn on the nightlight, and slowly walk to the door. Again, I take a deep breath and open the door. My long, pitch-black shadow lies on the small, pool-lit hallway. To my right is the living room. On the small coffee table in the middle of the room there is a DVD. On it the title, Doctor Who. The clock shows 1:40 a.m. Ah, damn it, it's still the middle of the night. Nothing in the living room. Nothing in the hallway. Nothing in the bathroom. And again, nothing in the kitchen. I calm down, drink a glass of milk, and think of how silly it was to get scared over a little nightmare. Well, that pretty much says it. No more horror movies before going to sleep. Annoyed, I go back in my room, close the door, turn off the nightlight, close the window, and pull the curtains. and make my way to the bed. Now it's dark, very dark, but it is what I need in order to get some sleep. And now, again, it's just me and the silence. A silence that cannot be described. Not an odd silence, not a ringing silence, not a clear silence. None of these. Just silence. And that is silence too.
All right, that was great.
Good one. That was a good one. That was a very,
And
very,
that's
very
why
good
he is the narrator, everybody.
and the sound effects designer.
Oh yeah, but
Digital and real life.
I actioned the
Yeah.
nightlight sound effect, as you can hear right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Actually, you didn't have the first sentences that you said right after the creepypasta weren't heard because your volume was down.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but the first I realized because I wasn't hearing you in the headphone. But now it's okay. You're hearing yourself. So and everybody hears you. Actually, I realized one thing. Yeah, we are at the highest quality, but that is not a problem because we are recording this separately on a software. So there you go. That's perfectly fine. And we're gonna upload this on YouTube, the high quality version. We're gonna leave this one as well, but we're gonna also upload the high quality version. Probably on Sweet Nightmares, we're gonna upload the high quality
Yeah.
version of it. And we're also going to add the sound effects and the music to the stories.
Oh yeah.
But we're gonna keep the live narration, so it's gonna be just amazing. Okay, that was the silence too.
So
If something wasn't clear, please let us know because I know that something had to be unclear.
seriously, just
Seriously.
ask us in the chat. Here
We don't want to
we'll
spoil anything,
but you'll just have to ask us. So this is the last break before the YouTube live stream
yeah.
story, and this is the last chance you've got to ask us anything.
Yes, anything. So
We'll just keep on
we're just-
rambling
yeah,
about
yeah, we're actually gonna say a few things right now about the recording process.
Oh yeah.
I thought that silence, the first raw version of silence, which was recorded with the microphone, the microphone that was on board of the computer,
Which is really bad.
yeah.
In case you don't know.
Was recorded in parts. Actually as well, the what we have here on our sheet of paper is actually having paragraphs, and we recorded every paragraph separately. Because it was the first story that we actually also narrated and created.
Now we don't do it that way because when you record separately, you lose the tempo, the rhythm,
exactly,
and
it's hard. Of course, it's easier when editing to do some cuts, other stuff, but it's harder and it breaks down the story. Just struggle a bit. I have to struggle a little more when editing, and it all works great. So, but what would we do? Because we haven't. I've said this before. We haven't had any stories longer than 6 minutes.
6 minutes, yeah, that's.
What do we do if we have a story of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour?
Quit.
Quit. Great. No.
Because the recording of let's say 6 minute story takes us about 2 hours. Yeah, we're not very productive because we just can't stop talking about John Cena and stuff like that. And
And
we just
making jokes, yeah, making jokes about
making
the text, if we wrote it or other text,
yeah
it just.
making jokes all the time. So
Well, when I'm alone and I record something, no, I can be serious. So
yeah,
I'm not sure what is happening.
yeah.
No, no,
I
no,
think
just
we
kidding.
should stay in separate rooms from now on.
I don't think it will work. Somebody will keep scratching at the door trying to
Oh,
get in. It's
man,
actually
that
the pop
sounds
filter
awesome.
that's not the door. Okay,
Like
his pop filter is made out of
synthetic material,
synthetic material.
and
Mine
he's
is
got
made out of
metal.
steel, yeah, metal.
Anyway,
Great. No, but really,
he's in charge with everything technical.
yes, and
I just
if we'd have a 10-minute story, yes, we'd split it. We'd split it into two parts because normally bigger stories have bigger parts. Like they are having a beginning, an end, a middle. Of course, every story has, but we would split it.
like
Why?
but Lucas said at the beginning that you don't normally split creepypastas.
No, we wouldn't
Now,
split it into separate parts, different videos, but we would narrate separate
Yeah.
parts.
so don't get that wrong.
Don't get that wrong. We'd split, yeah, exactly. We'd split
The
the narration.
narration of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the recordings, the beginning, the middle, and the end, or more of their longer stories would have a big action happening on the street and then move into the house. Well, yeah, we have a transition effect. I don't know, a door closing because they came in and the door slams shut, and they're in the house, and we lose the tempo when the door slams shut. There's another action. There's another. As long as they're not talking and they're entering the house while they're talking, that's not a moment where you want to cut. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
But
You've got to pick the moment carefully.
Yeah, carefully.
So
not to break
that
the
it-
rhythm and tempo.
Yeah,
and
so
even if
that it
it's-
doesn't sound strange and
Yes, yes. 'Cause, I mean,
awkward.
it's hard to give you actually an example. It's quite hard. I'm not gonna waste my time with the timer thinking about that. But yes, that's what we were speaking. That's what we're talking about.
Still no
one,
question.
One thing that I think we've got quite a few great viewers here who can understand creepypastas. But no, really, let's see. Actually, the thing that we thought right off the bat when we wanted to do the live stream and what we wanted to talk about. Why are horror movies? Why creepypasta is superior, or actually why is the written story or the audio
The-
story better over a movie? Well,
Yeah,
a movie, you have an action, you have an image, you have
yeah, and an image is worth 1,000 words.
words. Yeah,
What does that mean? Of course, it has some advantages because you don't have to spend like, I don't know, 1 hour describing a beautiful scenery, you know,
yeah.
like Jules Verne does. And we have that, it's mandatory lecture for us.
Yeah, but you have a movie. There's a director, there's the mind of that director. He thinks, he creates, he describes, he tells the other people. You
But-
have a certain angle, a certain point of view, what the camera is doing, is it showing.
Because you have so many people, they can't all have the same picture in their minds.
Yes, but if you have a story, well, actually, when having a movie, something is being shown to you. It's like this in horror stories. It describes everything.
Yeah,
Well,
great detail.
in great detail. Actually, if you are reading or listening to a story, well, think of this. Even reading is better than listening, or listening only a raw version, because without any sound effects and music. Why? Because you can imagine the sounds. You can
Yeah.
imagine absolutely
Reading
everything.
stimulates your imagination.
And
It's-
it's scarier. It's just scarier. And another thing that makes you scary, is like there's a creek, and you read that, and you're basically with the book or your papers or in the computer screen looking.
Like,
You're not looking around. Like if you're listening, yeah, you can look around, you know, but you're reading, you're there, and you hear something. Oopsie. Where is that, you know?
another thing, if you read something, let's say you read, um, well, then I heard a crack in the middle of the night. You can imagine a loud crack, like a firecracker,
Yeah,
or you can imagine basically anything.
yeah.
The first thing that you'll hear that night, I can guarantee you, you'll think that that's the crack.
Yeah, exactly,
You know,
exactly.
that's
And
the crack. That's
oh
the sound
no,
that monster
oh no, the
makes.
creepypasta. Oh no, oh no.
What?
And again, we're talking about the long-term effect,
Yeah.
and the accentuation thing. That's the one,
Oh yeah.
right?
The more you think,
The more,
the
yeah, the
spookier
worse
it
it
gets.
gets.
Yeah.
Okay, that was this one. And now, how can this be entertaining? Well,
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 it's a bit confusing to explain and
you want to be
confusing to listen.
scared. You want to be scared.
That's yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's what entertains you.
But you won't think, oh man, I love being scared. I love having insomnia or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Yes.
you will think the night after, no, the day after you listen to the creepypasta, and the day after the night in which you couldn't sleep, you'll think that it wasn't that bad. Like
Yeah.
you could probably hear another one, and it won't. It will get better. You know, you just like it and not get afraid of it.
Yeah.
But doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically a very weird form of entertainment,
Yeah.
but it is entertaining. I don't know, it's hard to explain it. You like, and even the jump scares, they're the most entertaining part. You you like to get shivers from I don't know what jump scare.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Yeah.
I was ready to throw my microphone at
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no kidding, no kidding, like literally. Jump scare. That's
no.
why. Nah, okay.
All right. So
Okay. So, well, thank you guys for joining. We had 7 viewers, we had 6 viewers, we had 4, we had 3, we had, they.
3 was the minimum. So
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, that's good. We were.
the champions,
No, that's copyrighted music.
Oh.
Careful.
No, I'm singing it. So it
No,
doesn't.
but.
No, seriously. If you sing it, it's not
Yeah,
copyrighted.
yeah, I'll have to tell you. Okay. Keep up the good work. Thank you a lot, Vasily.
So
No, but seriously. Oh, wait a moment. We have a new minimum. 2 viewers watching.
2 viewers.
2
That's
viewers.
just great.
Okay, no, but really, thank you guys for joining. We're gonna be narrating the YouTube live stream story.
And that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it
Last sentence,
because
we're gonna press stop broadcast.
stop broadcast, and that will be the YouTube live stream. Actually, I'm gonna need to stop it immediately. So if I'll be scrolling on Word, I'm actually gonna get my papers over
So
here.
we can say our goodbyes from now,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly. Okay, the YouTube live stream. I have it.
Thanks for listening to us.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of this live stream, guys. Don't quit right now. Don't go away, because we're gonna be narrating the last story. Thank you, Andrew, for joining. It was great to have you here and talk these things with you. So okay, let's give this one a go. Thank you guys again for joining. And remember, if I can do it,
You can do it.
And you can listen to creepypastas. Okay, so don't forget that the links to these stories will be in the description. We'll add immediately the YouTube live stream as well. And keep up with the good work, guys. So that's it. Bye. We're gonna narrate the YouTube live stream. The YouTube live stream, written and produced by Sweet Nightmares. As the time is passing, the world is changing, evolving. It feels like yesterday when the first cell phone was invented, and a few hours ago the first smartphone. Oh, does time go by fast? But not only technology is quickly updating, also the internet. There are many dreadful things posted on the internet. I mean, back in 95, you couldn't post anything on the internet. Now, you're having your own personal websites, and everybody can be a celebrity on the internet. But YouTube grew its audience faster than any social website. From 2013 to 2014, YouTube's video count increased by billions. On YouTube, you can pretty much customize everything on your channel. And when YouTube added live streaming, oh man, everyone was into making live streams all day and all night long. But no one really knew what a YouTube live stream can do to you. There are many live stream specialized websites like Twitch, and they are pretty precise. We're talking about delays of 2 or 3 seconds. But YouTube, that's another story. 30 seconds. That's the delay. You are hearing this with a 30-second delay. While you're listening to this, I'm already saying other things that you'll hear only after half a minute. So, why is this bad? I mean, how can it harm? Well, you've got no idea. When the live stream ends for the person who is streaming, you still have 30 seconds to listen because of the delay. That is enough for any serial killer to get to you. Oh, guess what? 30 seconds left of this story. You're now running to the door trying to block it with something. Your chair. Oh, you forgot to stop the computer, but now it's too late. 20 seconds. I told you time is running. I'm already gone for a long time. What can you do? Did you get the chair? 10 seconds. May I ask you something? Who told you I will come through the door?